Yeah, those boxes get thrown out.
Okay, here I am, and I got my high desert orchids. Welcome, welcome. We have a guy here to fix our uh, the AC wasn't really working at capacity, so he's cleaning out the coil out there with the hose, and was really waiting on him to get done with the hose because it's still about 98. And after I do this unboxing, I had planned to go out there. But if he's still out there, I'm not gonna do that. So, okay, let's check these out. And I had already mentioned what they were. I ordered these off of the website. I used to be a debutante of Kelly's auction Thursday auction on Facebook group. Hi, Desert Orchids. So these are angricoids. I peruse her site now instead of doing the auction. But the auction is really good because you can see it's a live auction. So she has the plants there. And, you know, depending on whether there's 5 or 15 or 30, you have to get your order in quick because sometimes there can be up to 100 people in the live. So, but it's a nice thing to sort of stock and then, you know, because she has a variety of plants. And this looks like the Elro, yes, Angorangus spiculata crossed with Elro. Spiculata is a species and Elro is a cross that I did have. And if I can remember correctly, it could possibly be Elysiae or the more familiar name of now I can't think of it. Arangus Certipodium. That's what it is. And but anyway, that is crossed with Modesta, Arangus Modesta. So, which kind of makes the flowers and the plant larger. Aro kind of enhances Modesta. Modesta is a larger sized. Aranthes can be very tiny. They're miniature mostly, and they're most often more successfully grown mounted, hanging upside down like this. Generally in intermediate conditions, the majority of them are from Madagascar, South Africa, that area, Comoros. So they grow in rainforests, tropical rainforests, where there is year-round moisture and lots of sun, lots of humidity. But these get a lot of shade. But because they are an understory plant, they and a sea level growing plant, they are, well, no, they're more actually closer to the foothills of the mountains, so they are more intermediate. But as opposed to the majority of the angrocoids are tropical, they like hot conditions. But these are Arangus, which is a difference. I'm mostly speaking of angraecums, which this is what I got. So I've had success with Elro. Let me see, what other species of Arangus? I can't think of any. No, I know. I've hyloides or pumilla. I've had success with that. Orangus. So anyway, I've had more success with Angraecums and Aranthes. And as you know, I collect them all, but as I rack up the failures, then at some point you gotta say no. But I have had success with Elro, and I really haven't had the spiculatus species. So, but as I said, they do grow, they are miniature. So, but Elro is a large-sized plant because Aleacei is a very large vining Aranthes, no, not Aranthes, Orangus. But anyway, I am opening up this package and I'm so excited. And this is, let's see here. Hello. This is probably the coup d'etat. These are the resistance, it is. And this is the Angraecum Figuieri. And you know I had a huge one. This is very small. You look over Ed.
There's no trick to this, right?
Yeah, you just pull it down. And the light's on. Okay, so this is a species. And very highly sought after and unique. They're again intermediate, but they can take warmth and good light. And they like reliable moisture around. They don't like a lessening really per se. They do better mounted, but just good drainage. Just as all of these Madagascar mounted, mostly mounted plants are that way, but this is really a small, but they can bloom small, and I'm just really happy to have this. Really, flowers are nightly fragrant, and they are unique as far as Angraecums because they have an orange, almost mustard color tint to the sepals and petals with a contrasting lip. So that's two. So happy. And I'm taking these with me. So, okay, here's a third. And they do have the prices on these. She put them on here somewhere. No, I can't find it. Okay, skip that. Okay, so this is the last one. And so this has got to be the Aranthes. And this is one that I have not seen before, not heard of. So I am happy to include this and introduce this to my collection of Aranthes. I have a grandiflora that's in spike. I have a Pyrotii. I have an Aranthes radiata. Is it radiata? No, it's not radiata. It's spidery ramosum. What else do I have? I don't have a arachnidas, but I do want to get arachnidas. I have had arachnidas for years, and it bloomed. But this is a new species for me, and this is virginalis. And I do believe these are smaller than the others. Same habitat, tropical, intermediate, rainforest, year-round, a little bit lessening after new growths. And they have pendant spider-like flowers. And the spikes, as long as they stay green, they can continue to bloom and either produce kikis or spikes. And I think I'm just going to maybe put this in a basket and probably up to about there. Maybe even sphagnum. We'll see. But that's that. And that's, remember, Kelly. Shout out. And let me go out here for a quick prologue, just because that was the maintenance guy that's doing work on the, what I was talking about, our AC, the central air. And these are my George Tyler, which is Brassava lacrosses, basically Cattleya. Got that new growth there. This is a David Sanders that is, it's been mounted for a while, but this is one of the ones that survived the tragedy of when my Brassava was burned up a couple years ago. This is my perenniae, and I have another one, and I was actually gonna put this one where the other one is, if I can figure it out. But in any event, I want to give this more light. So let me just put it here next to flagellars. I'm gonna put it here. Okay. What else can I show you in here? Here is one of the plants I got from Mitzi, who passed away recently. You saw the videos where I was descaling her plants and dividing them. And this is the Brassava lacrosse. It's the Mighty something fragrance, midnight fragrance is what it is. And I see some roots there. I just more or less set it in there, bare root in a basket. And I have another piece of that somewhere around here. And I'll see it when I get to it and point it out. Here it is. Midnight fragrance. And it's really not even in the pot, but it's putting out a new growth there. And still kind of maturing. Here's another trichocentrum. That's another splendidum. That is a baby. This is my one of my leptotes. This is the tenuis that I got from that orchid place that was closing in South Carolina. Can't remember that. Not Orchid Dynasty. But there is one leptotes, and somewhere around here I have more, and I'm gonna find them real quick here. Where they at? I know they're hanging on. I know. Here we go. And I'm wrong. But this is another George Tyler that I mounted on this maybe a couple of years ago. And it has steadily touched itself, put up these growths. It's never bloomed for me, neither of my George Tylers have. And this is a George Tyler times Cucullata that was mounted at the same time. And I know I have my leptotes. Here is that spike, looking nice. And there's the spike from the base, progressing. That's that cherry something, Ascasendum. I'm not sure what this is, but this is what I was pulling out of the water, that bucket, as my video stopped, as I stopped the video last time. But this is just a spectacular specimen of my erosion, which is Walkeriana crossed with Glauca, and it has bloomed. Didn't bloom last winter, bloomed the winter before. This is a Florida Suncoast, of course. putting out multiple growths, and it did last year. But so I'm hoping some of these bloom. And it was very, very, very beautifully fragrant. I'm still looking for my lactotes, but I know they're, you know what, they're on the other side. And I've already done that side, so I'm not going back over there because I'm a hot mess and it's a hot mess out here. So, yeah, let's walk over here real quick and then I'll stop. There's a Digbiana. No, that's a Gorinjana that did bloom for me last year. Here is my Mimiens that's got that new growth. This is, I did show that stand, hope you are ready. My Bulbophilis, this is Mingaruda, that's doing good. And then this, which I thought I had killed, which was a huge specimen of the Longa florum red leaf. But you can see it's still kicking down here at the base. So it will survive. This is another cuculata. This is another, that is that cross. I don't really see much going on. This is one I got from Plantillo, which here is the tag actually on the ground. Graphs, had this a few years, and it's been putting out some really, really strong growths. And continues to do so. Hopefully I'll see some blooms soon. This is, which needs to be moved. This is another one of my Lanny Morai. You can see there's that. This is my one-eyed leopard. That's, I got it mounted. Okay, this is my, I can't think of that now, but it's very fragrant. Didn't bloom last year, but it was spectacular when it did bloom, and I expect it to bloom again. All right, so what I'm bringing out here is my Kodama, chocolate drop Kodama, which I have another Kodama. It would be, it might actually be on the other side, my other Kodama. It probably is, but it is in a pot, it is mounted. It is actually in a net pot. Yeah, it's on the other side. So, but I mounted this one. I mounted this one a couple ago. Got this from Peter Lynn. And this brownie came from Natalia. And I can see now it's putting up that growth. And there's that growth. So that's great. When I got it, well, last year it put up that one that you see before you, and then this one back here. So it's doing well. That's one of my favorite crosses of all time, I would say, chocolate drop Kodama. And alongside with, where is it at? Oh, it's back here, and it kind of had a little bit of setback right here. My Baptia grape wax, which it had put up a really nice growth. Let me find a place for my Kodama. Let me just hang it here temporarily. But my Bacteria grape wax, which is another special, very fragrant plant. Had a really nice growth on it in the back, but it rotted. And I hope, yeah, there's another growth there. So hopefully, I have these, some of these bifoliates under this ledge here, in hope that it will not get too much water in on the new growth. Like for instance, this is my Rantiaca, and it's putting up those growths, and those are very sensitive to just getting water in them. Most bifoliates are. So, and that's why this is sitting in the back. But it didn't work too well because the biggest growth rotted. Here is another special thing, my Anceps alba. And now I'm gonna, that is, yeah, that is my Miyaka stars. But anyway, I'm off. This is the very special Laelia Anceps alba that bloomed last winter for a very long time. And it is really just bare root in this basket. Puts up its growths in the growth season, and then right before they mature, I put them away from rain and let them mature. Still give them good light. There's another eye. But yeah, give them good light, and there's another growth. So good, and there's that growth. But keep them more on the dry side, or make sure that they dry off. Because as summer and then comes into fall usually presents, increase in rain, and these bifoliates and Laelias do not like to have too much moisture when they are developing. Just a tip. So, and that was my Miyake stars up here, but it was getting too much sun. And I have another one, but I think that has a growth on it somewhere. And my peach bird gave me two new growths. But anyway, I did my unboxing. And showed you a little bit more out here. And I'm gonna get off of here. What's this? Oh, here's some leptodes. And this one must be one. Oh, yeah, my color. Okay, folks. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your orchids.